Hi friends, Aitherea here, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you some lovely places where you can take pictures in Infinity Nikki, so I'm hoping that this will just help give you some inspiration if you're looking for new places to take screenshots. Now, I got a lot of help with this video from my friend Peepo, so be sure to check out her Instagram if you want to see some really beautiful and artistic screenshots from Infinity Nikki. But yes, she helped me find a lot of these places. So without any further ado, let's just get started. So the first place is actually behind me. This is in Florawish and it is the Daisy Inn. So as you can see, it's just over here, and if I didn't have a marker on it, it would have one of these little house symbols on it. I took my photo right here in front of this little hanging flowers, but of course the whole area is quite pretty, quite cute, lots of flowers, so you could take a picture really anywhere you like. Next, we are going south into Breezy Meadow, and we are teleporting to the Leisurely Anglers Florawish branch, and then you just turn around. And the spot I like is this cute little bench that you can sit on, but you could stand, you could take pictures down this little street because it's very, very cute. If you run this way towards the Swan Gazebo, there's some more places with cute little red flowers, this little bench which you can't sit on for some reason, but also this area. So this whole place over here is just very pretty flowers, and I think it's very nice to take pictures in. And from here, you can run to our next spot, which is the Swan Gazebo. Now, the Swan Gazebo is not the most creative option on our list, but I felt that I had to include it because it is so pretty and there's so many places to take photos. There's a little stump here that you can sit on, and you can take photos behind you, you can take photos in these yellow flowers, or you can do what I did, which was run over here, and I stood in these flowers by this garland, and that is where I took my photos. Okay, next up we're going to go quite a ways south, and we're heading for this one right here. You will need to teleport to the abandoned Fanatic Wisher Camp outpost. I suppose you could also teleport to the Lakeside Hill Lane, but I just prefer this because it's a straight pathway. You just follow the pathway and you make it there. Alright, so our next location is this cute little house behind us. Again, you can take pictures wherever you like, but I really liked this whole wall here of flowers and greenery on the house, and I ended up taking my photos right here tucked into these flowers. Now, a cool thing about this area, if you've not been here before, or maybe you have, this girl will actually give you the quest for our next photo op area. As you can see, the next one is actually down here. Some of you will already know what it is. It is the area where the Bullquet is. So as you can see, this area is also super gorgeous, full of flowers. I would definitely recommend that you deal with the Bullquet first, remove his parasites, and then groom him. And so for me, I took my picture over here, tucked into these flowers. So I had these flowers in this garland to utilize in my photos, but what people did was actually really creative with her photo. She actually got on top of the Bullquet and waited for the right moment, and that allowed her to take a picture from higher ground, so she was kind of closer to some of these garlands that otherwise you can't always get in the picture unless you go for one of the lower ones, but I thought it was really cool and her picture is super gorgeous. Okay, so next we're going to head west from the Bullquet area and teleport to the abandoned Fanatic Wisher Camp. We are trying to get to this cave up here, so then we just have to go north. We can jump across these rocks and run up this hill. Okay, so you run up this hill, you keep running, there's a hole, and you want to fall into it. Then we go straight, and voila! This very gorgeous cave entrance with these glowing blue, I don't know, to me they almost remind me of like seaweed. They're like seaweed growing off the top of the wall. Pretty little blue glow in the water, and you can take a picture anywhere you like in this little cave opening. Obviously you can explore the rest of the cave too, but I took my picture down over here right at the entrance where I came in because it was just so pretty. Okay, so from the camp we are going again west, and to get to this one you can use the same teleporter as before and then just head west. Once you get here you have to jump across all of these lily pads to get to the one at the end. So I was standing on this particular lily pad, and make sure you collect the lily here if you can. So I took some pictures that had the waterfall at my back, and I also turned the camera and had some kind of over here. So I thought this turned out to be a really cool place to take pictures in the end. For this next one, you need to teleport to the Queen's Palace Ruins High Tower. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can kind of get a better sense of where we are on the map. And then just run up this staircase until you get to the top. Alright, here we are at the top, and there are these really cool broken glass windows. This whole area is really cool, and right now we appear to be at like probably sunset in the game. Watch it be sunrise. No, I think it's sunset, which is giving a really cool look here. So yeah, this is a pretty neat place to take pictures. Okay, so next we are going to head over to Stoneville, and we're going to teleport to Cicchetto Manor because there's a cute little spot right over there. Alright, so from the teleporter we just head forward. And the whole manor is pretty cute. You could take pictures anywhere you like. But what I did was I took some sitting in this chair, and then I also took some standing in the chair. And you'll notice that it's really hard to turn around because you'll fall off. Remember that you can rotate Nikki in photo mode, so it does not matter. But I thought the pictures I took ended up turning out really cute, and I really like this little spot. Okay, now it's time to head over to the abandoned district, and we're going to head to this island that says Ripple Estate, and we're going to teleport to Barrel Home. So if you want to, there's already some cute little sunflowers up here where you could take pictures, but the place that I like is actually west, I believe, of the teleporter, and you just have to jump off here. I took my pictures in this particular swath of sunflowers, but you are welcome to take pictures again anywhere on this little island. There's lots of little sunflowers here, and I thought it was really cute. There's kind of sunflowers sprinkled all over the abandoned district, but this is the place I found that had the most of them, so I like it. So now we're going to stay in the same area, and we're actually gonna go down this way. So now we have to just head a little bit north, and I'm gonna just put on my flying outfit for this one, and we're going to that building down there. And here we are. I've also adjusted the time so that it would be daylight and it'd be a little bit brighter over here, but I just think it's really cute. It's kind of the same vibe as the house near the Bullquet earlier, but you can take pictures along this wall. You could also take pictures over here in this corner. So I just really like the little moss covered houses. I think they are very cute. And if you wanted to, there's also a nice little chair over here that you could take a picture on sitting down. If you wanted to kind of frame it with these flowers, you could try to do that. Either way, a very nice little area to take pictures, and it's just north of this barrel home. Okay, so moving on from the Ripple Estate, we're going to head to this kind of crescent-shaped island, and we're going to teleport up here to the Stellar Fishing Ground Peak. Up here, I found this really cute little area to take pictures because you can actually sit down on this stump, and yeah, I thought it was really nice. And then near here is another amazing spot. All you have to do is honestly just jump down, and as you can see while we are in the sky, this is the spot. Look at this beautiful twinkling lake, how it looks like a galaxy, a night sky twinkling in the lake. It's so pretty. I took some pictures standing on top of this little net. My friend took a gorgeous picture here, but you can also stand in the water over here and take a picture. So it's really whatever you want. There's also a little chair over here, but either way, it's just a gorgeous place to take pictures. Just make sure you're doing it at night or you won't have this beautiful effect on the lake. Okay, so now we are going to head east from this, kind of northeast actually, from this little crescent island that we're on. And we want to go to the Volunteer Corps Jail. And from there, you basically just have to head north. So it's just past this island here. It's like kind of at the bottom of this island that we're heading towards. Okay, so here we are. We have reached the spot. This is just some pretty little daffodils that are in the water, and this is where Peepo took that gorgeous photo. That's probably one of my favorite photos that she's taken. It's really, really nice. And right now we have a beautiful sunrise coming up, which could be a nice time to take a picture. So I feel like this is definitely one of the more kind of rare ones that not everybody would know about, but it is a cute little place to take a photo. Our next spot, we want to head east, and there's actually 3 places here. And for the first 2, we're going to teleport to the Forgotten Village dwelling. So from here, simply cross this bridge. Now, you'll see right now, it is not rainy. The sky is clear and the weather is clear, which is not good for what we are trying to do because we are trying to get a picture with the water spout. So I will BRB and try to get some footage of that. Okay, so it was no time for you, but this was a lot of effort for me to get these stupid water spouts to show up. If we want to go to Peepo's spot, she marked her map as being about here where she took her picture. I actually took my picture a little bit further over at this broken house, and I took it standing right on the tip here. If you want to do even less work to get there, we can go up to that little island right there. And all you have to do is teleport right here to the Prosperville entrance. And here we are. It is right at our back. How cool. Okay, next we are going to head into the Wishing Woods, and we're going to start over here by this Ruins of the Guardians Warp Spire. Okay, so from here we want to put on our shrinking ability because we need it to get to the spot. So we jump through the window, and you could take a picture just right here, but according to the map and the picture that Peepo gave me and information she gave me, she actually took her photo from somewhere around here. And if you're far enough away, this guy won't hit you. You just have to be far enough away. So stand in the corner if you want to take... See how he's like looking but he doesn't get you? Stand around this corner if you want to take a picture with this guy. Now, there's actually another spot very close to the teleportal that I really like. So this time from the teleporter, we just have to turn around basically and go down this pathway. and stand right here on this little like bridge made of like tree bark, very, very thick tree bark. And that is where I took my photo. And I really like this area because it really gives like magical forest vibes, with the soul tree in the background being like pink and green and all the little mushrooms, even like the lamp blooms, like everything was just really giving magical forest, and I freaking love it. I think it's such a cool vibe, and it's a little bit different from flowers after flowers after flowers. Can you tell that I like flowers? Speaking of flowers, the next spot I have for you is a field of them, and it is this beautiful field of yellow Aurosa flowers. This is just a little bit east of where we were before, pretty easy to find on the map, and there's a few teleporters that are close to it. You can stand wherever the heck you want. It's a pretty big field of flowers. I stood roughly around here, and I think I got some really pretty photos out of it. The next spot is a genius one that Peepo found, and it's actually at the Wish Celebration Center. Now, this spot is a little bit tricky to get to. You need to use your shrinking ability. Jump up here, use the cannon, and you want to get on top of here. Now, when you use this sparkles in the picture, it looks so cool, especially if you use the aperture and lower it so they become just like big bouquet kind of effects. It's really cool. I personally did have quite the challenge trying to take a picture here, just because the light that comes from this thing itself is kind of hard to handle, but if you work at it, you can get a really, really cool picture here, as Peepo has. As you can see in her pictures, they are really good. Okay, and the final spot we have in the Wishing Woods is actually here, where the little fox is. So you just have to teleport to the Desperation Orb Warehouse and follow this path. And here we are at this lovely area with the tree. Now, for the photo I took, I stood up here to have it in the backdrop. I'm not 100% sure where Peepo stood. I think her picture is once again better than mine. But again, it's about having fun and just enjoying yourself. And I think it's a really pretty place to take a picture. I really like this tree as the backdrop. And I think it would also be pretty fun and cute to actually stand a little closer to the tree because of all these cute little mushrooms and flowers around the tree. I could see this being a really cute spot to take a photo as well. Next, we are heading to the fireworks aisles. Just go to the Sizzle and Spark Center. So this one might be a little bit obvious, but this, I was going to call it a trellis, but it's not. This archway with all of these lights, a really cute place to take pictures. I stood over here because I really kind of liked, first of all, being in the flowers, but second of all, the effect of having like double the lights behind me. You can also stand on the rocks themselves, play around with your positioning, and you're sure to get a really cute shot. If you take a picture at night, which I think probably works a little bit better since these are lights and you kind of want them to pop, there will be a fireworks show going on, and it will have different effects on Nikki's skin. Like, it's gonna light up her skin with the different colors of the fireworks, so you do have to be patient and wait till it lights up a color that kind of matches the vibe you're going for. For me, when I was taking pictures, the colors were very warm, so I didn't really want there to be like a blue firework lighting up her face. So I would wait until they were like red or kind of orangey, kind of more warm colors to fit with the colors that were already kind of around me on my screen. Next, we're gonna head up here to the Crescent Shoal. So we can see right in front of us, there are so many pretty little cherry blossom trees, and Peepo took a very gorgeous photo here, somewhere around here, and I actually took mine squeezed in between these trees. I think I was maybe here or kind of over here. I think I was more between the two of them actually. And I really like the kind of little framing effect that it gives if you kind of find a little gap to stand in these trees. Okay, so our next location is actually in the sky on one of the balloons. And to get there, you actually want to teleport here to the fireworks peak. Once you're at the peak, you are going to take this hot air balloon up. So make sure you pull it and it'll take you up. Once you've made it up here, you want to head towards that bee balloon, which is a little kind of like north, almost northwest. Once you're on the bee, it is up to you where you'd like to stand. I think it's kind of cool to stand up here, but this will allow you to get a photo of the sky, and especially since this one is kind of at the end, you can get just like sky and clouds behind you without anything else. Like if we look this way, you know, we've got all the balloons, but this way we've got the beautiful moon and all of the clouds, and I think it'll make for a really cool photo, especially if you do it at night when you can see the moon. So the last place I think is good is actually the realm of Nourishment. So you can teleport to literally any warp spire and just enter the realm of Nourishment. Obviously, you want to face away from all the foo-foos, although you don't necessarily have to because they are NPCs, so you can, of course, get rid of them. But I think it's really cool if you stand kind of on the edge over here and get some of these beautiful clouds and like the purple water. I actually have a thumbnail. I think the thumbnail for my last video is using this area. It's such a clean background, but still has really pretty colors. And if you want to, I mean, you can also use this area too. So the whole thing I think is actually surprisingly really nice and something that maybe not a lot of people think of. I hope this is a new one for you. Okay, so those are all of the places I have for you this time that I think make lovely backgrounds for taking photos in Infinity Nikki. If you've got any good places, please leave them in the comments below. You're probably gonna have to describe it a little bit and tell us like the nearest teleporter, because it's kind of hard to like tell people without a map, but we can try. As always, please consider leaving a sacrifice to Lord Algorithm in the form of a like, comment, share, or subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to my channel members for supporting me. Bye!